Welcome back, everyone. So we were just looking at doing some of the. Well, chat. What was the last thing you all heard, so that we know where to pick up from? This is now a test of how well you were paying attention.
Pop quiz.
I did say there would be a quiz.
You
Pop
did
quiz, hot shot.
Such a good movie.
I know it by heart. It's finished on the map. It's finished on the goddamn map.
What do you mean it's not finished?
Oh, Pixies as a contact. Okay, cool.
Cool.
So, yeah, Ryan, you have the Pixies as a contact. That is definitely someone you can get in touch with later if you want to. I was just talking about faction sizes, so we have a sense of what that means in the game. There's a whole thing in here about like faction recruitment and whatever that I don't think I'm gonna totally get in the weeds with here, but they certainly have some things they could try to do. So we've had you make your city move, then we make a faction move from one faction from each circle to Spotlight. Mortalis, as I mentioned, is doing something that you all are fairly unaware of.
Cool. That's not going to be terrible later.
And fortunately, I guess, nobody tried to get in touch with anybody from Mortalis, so... Where's my other...
Who needs those people anyway?
Right?
Exactly.
They're so basic.
Mortals. What do they know about literally anything?
Huh. I'm missing one of my...
They do try to kill us on the regular, so that might be it.
Mortals.
Also that.
Ugh. Good God.
Okay. All right. That's Mortalis. So I'm gonna say that what I'm gonna tell you is that this faction in Mortalis has secured new holdings. All right, and so that would have generated some amount of rumor that does anybody have 0 or 1 with Mortalis? Not rep, but with understanding.
Oh,
Yeah,
I do.
I have a one
Yeah,
Mortalis.
I have a 1.
I have a 1.
Okay, great. Then yeah,
So,
all of you would have heard ripples of like something happening among. And Mortalis is not just the sort of cattle mortals. These are like mortals who know something about what's going on in the city. They have a whole island for their circle. So a faction in the Mortalis circle has made moves, acquired new holdings. Like something has shifted in the balance of power within Mortalis. Holdings. And then let's see. So that's Mortalis. Then the next one would be Night.
What are the vampires doing?
I think there is I'm going to use the Seize by Force, which is unique to a Night faction. Yeah, they're just making a move on something. Uh-oh. Oh. That's a 6-.
Ooh.
Regardless of their strength of their holding. Oh, yeah, on a hit, they take hold of it. They did not hit. On a miss, the strike instead results in the utter destruction of the thing they attempted to seize.
Ooh.
Someone comes to the PCs looking for help obtaining justice or revenge.
Well, you come to me.
Oh boy. Vamps tried to seize the means of production. No. They're not. They're not socialists. Vampires are like the ultimate capitalists.
I don't know.
I don't think they're great at sharing.
I didn't say they're great at sharing. I just don't know if they care either way.
They yeah, I think it's a little bit there was a spot on the night island, right, that was near the primary, like I think the vamps have like an Elysium type bar where, you know, vampires and werewolves and where can go if you need to like you're not allowed to fight there, you know. But there was a place near that they wanted. And there was nothing said. There's no rule aside from it's rude, right? And they went to take over this other section of the block that they thought was just lowercase m mortals, but it turns out they've bumped up against a faction of the Mortalis Circle. But again, it's a little like we're not sure who or what is going on there. All we know is like half a dozen vampires literally got their heads ripped off.
I don't like that.
Which is done for a vampire. So that is upsetting. Oh shoot! I keep reminding. Dorkler Canada made the excellent suggestion of putting a little bit of a content warning on screen so that it's there all the time. But we do have a little bit more kind of blood and guts this game. So in general, it's something the five of us have talked about, and we have a Lines and Veils document. But I just want our audience to know in advance. Hopefully that wasn't too gory for a surprise decapitation. But just be aware. This is maybe less of an all ages and more of a TVMA. Where I think there's some stuff in our document about not getting super into the gore, but that there is going to be some. So just FYI. However, no pets will ever be injured on this show under any circumstance. So that's monstrous. So Crowler, Surprise Decapitation is my new punk band.
First album single, Oops, All Neck Meat.
Oops, all neck. Okay, so what we know is the vampires moved in to take over a section which was on the Night Circle Island, right? Near that faction's territory that no other faction was laying claim to. It was like a little, like when I say apartment building, I don't mean like a 8-story lot. It was like an 8-unit like probably 2 floors with like 4 on the bottom and 4 on the second floor. It was like a little squatty kind of 1930s apartment building. A lot of the stuff hasn't been renovated. But when they went in there to take it over, they were mostly just going to kick humans out and, maybe feed a little bit. But like, they just wanted to take the building and ended up just getting, obliterated. Now, the attack, the rumor that is not that, like, did we decide who's in charge of all the vampires? Like the vampire faction?
No.
Okay. A lot of games like to have, like World of Darkness has their prince of the city or whatever. I think we probably have some sort of regent. who's just like the oldest, most, experienced vampire in the city or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll come up with who that person is later, but whatever this move was, they didn't they didn't order this, but that doesn't mean that people shouldn't have done, it doesn't mean vampires shouldn't have done it. It just didn't come from the top. You're right. It was like subset of vampires who are like, I know, if we take this, we'll have some space to expand and do, show that we're competent members of the faction, and be able to do something with that. And it didn't go well. So.
And Celeste is not happy to hear that Mortalis is just okay doing that to vampires on their own island.
Well, keep in mind, Mortalis is not a faction, right? I think the big problem is we don't know what faction within Mortalis did this to the invading vampires. But it is true, like, most people would not have decapitated them. They might have, like, staked them and left them for the other vampires to come get them. Like, stay out of our territory, please. This was pretty impolite to actually murder them. So,
yeah, Celeste isn't terribly happy to hear that happened.
Dork Lord Canada, the plan resulted in what we call a whoopsie doodle. It's perfect for the tone of this game. Okay, so next would be the power circle. Let's see. When Power Faction performs a ritual to enact a powerful ward, summon ethereal servants, or uncover secret knowledge, roll with their strength. Yep, that's what's happening.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. On a miss, the ritual is disrupted. Powerful member of the organization comes to one of the PCs for help securing... Oh.
Uh-oh.
Christ.
Oh boy.
So many people need our help. I can't help it. The Beltane party was so good it screwed up everybody else.
It was a success, but at what cost?
Oh, who cares?
All right. And
Just
the
blame it on
offer
horses.
passage move for the wild circle offers passage to someone or something into or out of the city. Roll with their strength. Well, let's roll and see what we're choosing from. God, the circle's just eating dirt. On a miss, the passage inadvertently betrays one of the faction's previous agreements. Someone comes to one of the BCs looking for help setting things right. Okay.
We're really popular.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
It's actually
all.
good that, like, Mortalis, who none of you are really connected to, managed to succeed at their thing and didn't need to come ask you for help. But then everybody else, Night, Power, Wild, all things that you have links to, are failed and need your help with something.
I feel like
well-
story-wise that makes sense.
The vampires aren't actually coming to you to ask for help. It's just something you know about. Oh, actually, no. It's someone comes to one of the PCs looking for help obtaining justice or revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
There's
okay.
something kind of great about Mortalis fucking everyone over, and us
Yep.
being like, "Well, unite."
So there was a I think the only thing you know about the ritual that Power Circle messed up is that it is the Wizards faction, and a building downtown was on the Power Island was struck by lightning, and like blasted open, right? Like parts of the building are peeled open, like a flower on top, right? It's like it's going to take a lot of reconstruction to put the top of the building back together. But it has kind of thrown the wizard faction into disarray. Their faction is only probably 40 or 50 people total in the whole city. And that's a big faction, but it's not, the biggest. And they all, the wizards, I think kind of like vampires, they're all like really independent and they argue a lot. Like just a lot of one-upsmanship and that kind of stuff. So then the passage from Wild Circle has also failed. And let's see. Oh, I think maybe we could get a more like destructive Asura on the map. Pooja, can you think of any Asura that you definitely don't want to have to deal with? I'm looking up some of them now.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to bring in Shamba and Nishamba, the twins?
Oh, the twins. Yeah. Shoot. How do you spell that?
I'm looking it up. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't
Spelling
remember
isn't
either. I
really
know who you're
my,
talking about, though.
It's Sumbha. So, Sumba and Nisumba.
Yeah.
So Nisumba.
Yeah, these two were not good guys.
You wanted not good guys, right?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
that
yeah.
was the...
No, that's perfect.
Just,
Yep. Okay, no, this is good. We will have all right, Parvati. Such a cool character. Okay, sorry. I'll have to read a lot of this later. This is just fascinating. So, I think someone in your faction, which loosely we're calling the demon faction, which covers the both like Hindu and like Judeo-Christian traditions. In a lot of ways, those aren't. I mean, obviously they're not the same thing. We all know that, but we're kind of lumping them in together as the not undead, but sort of agents of various heavenly type beings. So
extraplanar kind of.
Yeah, extraplanar. Perfect. That's a much better term. And somebody in I like this even better. I think I'm actually going to combine this in that the wizards thing that went so badly was like they were trying to draw on an external power that they thought they had drawn the runes and the symbols and the circles and done everything right, but it connected to the wrong thing and pulled through these two. They pulled through the twins. And yeah, I think that's like your... How does Asmita know that the twins have arrived in the city? Because I think I think you just know.
I think that I am going to say that they are that Vritra hates them.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard her be like, she knew immediately. And that translated to me like basically like her screaming in my head, being real mad
Okay.
that they dared come here after what they said to her last time.
Sure. They are also enemies of Parvati.
Parvati, yeah.
Parvati, sorry. And that's like anybody who's like against Parvati is like, what? What is wrong with you? She's rad. She is, if folks don't know, goddess of fertility, love, beauty, harmony, children, that type of thing. Sort of a gross oversimplification, but that's the short version. So,
I like to think of Sombra E02b as like the incarnation of toxic masculinity.
of who?
The incarnation of toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's exactly it. That's exactly
They're
it.
the enemies of Parvati because they wanted to own her.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, oh, she's so beautiful. She should belong to us. Like, nope, that's not how any of this works. And I think it's really cool that this ancient story portrays them as villains because of that. It's really cool. Okay, so that is the background of what's happening. Okay, good note. That takes a long time to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
I don't
so
know that we're done yet.
in the future, I will be doing faction turns off camera, and that'll be my homework if I know we're going to have a downtime. We'll have probably a few sessions now where we don't have downtime. Like, we don't have to have downtime between every session. That's not really the intention of it. But good to know that you all taking your moves was pretty quick, but then it took like 45 minutes or something to do what I was doing. So, noted. Also, it's a lot of like NPCs talking to each other.
yeah.
So, not necessarily great television. All right, so I want to pick up. Let's see. Jay, what did you rolled like a 7 and 9, right?
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
Okay, and or I should say Bill. Celeste, you got a 10 plus on yours?
No, I got an 8.
8, okay. Azmita,
I got a 7.
7, and Ryan, you got
Got
the
a
10.
10.
Plus.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna put that overall in the 7 to 9 range for what we were talking about earlier, and we have about 24 hours to produce the amulet for wait, are you supposed to get that
For Lena.
Yep.
Oh, for Lena of the Vampires
Yep.
from
That's
Mrs.
that,
Lane.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Mrs. Lane has it. I lied and implied. I didn't lie. I implied that I had it,
Uh-huh.
and
Or
so
at least
she's
that you had
expecting it.
access to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and so she's expecting to get it from me, and then Asmita added that special sauce of if we don't get it, all of us suffer grievous harm.
I mean, it's not just if we don't get it. They also have to hold up their side of the bargain.
That's true. They do have to hold up their side of the bargain, which was 2 debts.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Also, if
and the
any
pen.
side is like changes their mind and isn't planning on holding up the takes actions against the spirit of the agreement, or I suppose the
Yes.
letter of the contract would be
Well,
more
yeah.
specific. Then the other side knows.
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah, So this is all excellent. I'm gonna do my, if it's cool, I'll do my business as usual move at the start of the game here.
Yep.
Are we doing the rumors part of the faction turn, or are we gonna skip it?
Oh, yes, we can. Let's see. What does that say? Where are you looking?
At the last
Oh,
step of the
yeah,
faction
yeah.
turn is like the. It says.
yeah.
The MC will tell you what rumors you hear, which I kind of think you did
Yeah.
when you went through those. And then it says choose up to 2 options on the list based on what you've heard.
Right. So then, yeah, we can go do the rumors move, which is on. Yeah, rumors after. So on page, what is that? Why can't I see the page numbers? I think it's
12.
Yep, page 12.
Why are the page numbers not showing up? Because I'm
Why are all these on different, like, why?
I'm looking at like page 28.
Oh,
Yeah.
so under the circle moves, there's rumors.
Yeah. That's page 28, I think.
Or
It's
both,
page
for some
12 on
reason
the
it's
quick start
12 in the
Yeah.
quick start.
I have 12 in the quick start.
Oh, that's remember you have 2 documents. One of them is the shortened one with just. Wait a minute, that still shouldn't be page 12.
Yeah, I'm definitely on both page 12 in the PDF and page 12, the page number in the quick start.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's just listed in 2 different places. It's
Is
listed
it
in
the
both
same
places.
move, or is it?
Yeah, so after time passes, the MC will tell you what rumors you hear according to your status within each circle. Choose up to 2 options. Offer a debt to ask follow-up questions. Cash in a debt to secure some useful gear or resource. Mark corruption to expose a vulnerability in an enemy's defenses. So, does everyone... So I tried to give everyone some rumors as we were going. Does anybody not have a rumor they feel like they could act on?
I definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do. So you mentioned that, so for the Wild faction, you originally said that you were going to focus on the Fae and said they were going to offer passage, and then Soomba and Nusumba were the ones that came through the passage by mistake.
Yeah.
I'm just going to clarify my notes.
Yeah, well, so we're modifying that because the it's in this case the Wild faction aren't the ones who caused this, but they're the ones that are trying to fix it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a better interpretation of
Got it.
what
Got
I'm
it.
doing
Got
with
it. Got it. Okay.
So would anyone like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Let's see how hard I want to go on this. Because I want to follow up on the rumor about the power thing getting blown up, the power building getting hit by lightning,
Uh-huh.
and just because I'm still trying to focus in on what Miss Lane has been doing,
Yep.
and also where she might have it. You know what? Go big or go home. I am gonna mark corruption
Aha.
to expose her weakness.
Okay. So the I don't think the marking corruption doesn't do anything by itself, right? On the first.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
just
Okay.
once I fill up the track. But I'm now 1 on that track.
Okay. So normally that implies that you are doing something corrupting.
Yes.
So in what way are you gathering this information?
I am, reaching out not to my old patron. I don't want to go that far, but to friends of my old patron in the more infernal sections of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and asking them to, spy on my behalf.
Okay. And what about that interaction is corrupting?
It's opening the door for them, and for, basically opening the door that could lead to my patron returning to the surface of the earth
Okay.
from hell.
All right. Just kind of feeding the trolls, so to speak.
Well, just like opening the door.
Yeah.
Opening the door for them just a little bit wider.
Okay. You learn about the fact that after this lightning bolt hit, Mrs. Lane's famous wards are all down. Right, there were a lot of protections on her where she lived, including things that kept people from like transporting in, things that would identify people, and she'll probably be able to fix it pretty quickly. But after the lightning blast last night, it's all falling apart, and there's a lot of demon stuff going on in that part of town.
Cool. That's useful to me.
Okay.
Worth it.
Anyone else want to act on a rumor?
I want to go investigate what happened with the vampires. I was going to go investigate Elizabetta, but now I'm like, hold up.
So, if you do you see the rumors thing on page 12?
Oh, then I'll go investigate the Elizabetta. But
well, no, I'm just saying I just need to know if you want to offer up a debt to follow up for a follow-up question, or cash in a debt to secure something useful, or mark corruption to expose vulnerability.
I will take a debt.
Okay. So as in you will owe someone?
Yes.
Okay, cool. What follow-up question would you like to ask?
What would I like to ask? Kind of wish they had questions here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you could go off of the ones that they have, but you really can ask anything you want about the the rumors that you've heard. With
I guess are there any clues to what faction killed the vampires? Like, is there any sign of who did this?
It's the problem everyone's running into, as far as like what you can go around and ask people, as opposed to going and investigating yourself. But yes. For this component, you're making calls and asking people. And let's see, we're gonna have to offer up a debt. I think you end up talking to Chris as well. The tall, pale woman who's a trash collector, who has been over to that building trying to clean up, and you've had the opportunity to talk to her, and she's able to give you a lot of answers of what it's not, right? Like, we know what a werewolf attack look like. We know what happens when demons attack or pixies, and it just looks like they were ripped apart by brute force, and that is confusing more than anything. Like, Chris is freaked out because she doesn't know what would do this, right? There's just no... It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, okay. Well, so I want to go check out that building at some point then.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in the on-screen action. How about Asmita?
I am going to mark a corruption to expose a vulnerability in an enemy's defenses. And I think in this case, because my corruption track is triggered when I persuade someone on my patron's behalf, I'm actually going to be reaching out to the to some hunters.
Oh, okay.
In Mortalis, to let them know that Sombra and Nisumba are here, like that they have invaded our realm.
Okay.
And kind of like set those wheels in motion to like keep Sombra and Nisamba like busy and distracted.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would definitely be a vulnerability for them to like is everyone okay with if I have like a Helsing organization type thing where they all I think it's like kind of a culty, like you're part of the family now, like you do like a blood oath and it's yucky and whatever because they're weird, but is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you let the Helsings know about the twins, and Sombra and Nisamba will be exposed to that vulnerability. That is their vulnerability, is now that the entire Helsing family knows. And I use the term family, right? There's a lot of like blood pacts and things like that. Helsing knows about twins. Okay. Cool. Joey or Ryan?
Yeah. I would like to offer up a debt to ask a follow-up question or just get more information.
Okay.
Since the Fae seem to be all on board for getting rid of the twins, I basically want to get the information of, hey, I'm going, or is there something that the wizards may have that would help us get these twins out of here? Because I might be going near, a wizard tower, and if I just see something that maybe would help, I would like to pick it up and have it.
Okay, who are you asking?
That's a great question. I guess whoever would be like either leading.
I'm open to you asking somebody from the Fae faction or the Wizard faction, because you're asking about a wizard weakness, right?
Well, I'm asking about what the Fae's plan is to get the twins gone, and if there's something, since the wizards caused them to come here, is there something like that we would need from the wizards that would help us make that happen?
Okay.
That I could just keep an eye out for and I'll grab it and be on our way.
Hey, welcome Raiders. Thank you so much. Delevely, Sam, thank you so much for coming by. Lovely to have you here. We're playing Urban Shadows 2nd edition from the Kickstart guide that they have from their a quick start guide that they have from their Kickstarter. And we're just getting through our when time passes moves, and probably going to take a little bit of a break, so you're just in time if you wanted to go grab a beverage or something. But Delevely, thank you so much for bringing all of your Delevleys over here. That is very much appreciated. It's so nice to see all of you. Joey, Ryan, there's two versions of what I could say about this. Offering up a debt to get a secret there's one version of that where that's your question, but it kind of feels like you want to expose a vulnerability.
Okay.
And if you want to do that, you'll have to mark corruption. Otherwise, I will give you a less potent secret.
I like the idea of marking corruption. I just don't know how I could break a promise or tell an outright
you don't
lie.
Have to.
I don't
in
have
this
to.
case, you could just mark corruption.
Okay, I'll do
without
that.
that trigger.
I'll mark corruption. Why not?
Okay. So you learn that the Fae faction, at least, not all of Wild Circle, but the Fae faction has let the wizards believe that their circles will keep the Fae out. But they are, in fact, totally ineffective to you and your kind. But there have been multiple occasions where they're like, oh no, we can't get to you. Oh, we lose. And, have completely manipulated the wizard faction into believing that, Oh, yeah, Delevely just came from playing Horizon Zero Dawn. There are a lot of feels in that game. I'm excited. Oh, I love that game. I'm so glad that you're playing it. I've played through it a couple times now, and I'm excited that you get to see that story play out. Okay, do we have any other questions about our downtime activities? Okay, so let's take a quick 4 minutes and 19 seconds break, and we'll come right back. Hello. My name is Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay, and we are just returning from our little break. We are playing Urban Shadows 2nd Edition from the Quick Start Guide, and we are just picking up mid-show here. We are we've just done our when time passes moves, so we're all geared up and ready to go at this point. Were there any other questions about your downtime activities? Nope. Okay.
I'm not going to say anything of throwing a wild party and finding some information about some wizards.
Okay.
Super fun.
Reminder that we are about 24 hours out now from needing to meet the obligation 3 of you signed for. Let me go to Belle first. Belle, what is your... Did we say what day it was when we got started?
It was Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, so now it is Monday.
Monday?
Right, and you need it by Tuesday?
Yep.
Let's say noon.
Tuesday.
Noon on Tuesday. So it's noon on Monday now.
Yep.
Is your shop open on Mondays?
Yeah, we're open 7 days a week.
Okay.
Don't need to take a time off.
Okay.
Now, did I don't think I rolled my business as usual.
Oh, that's right. I think we were gearing up for that. So let's go ahead and start with that.
Let me roll my business as usual.
He's a businessman.
Be good. You are not great. Well, not bad. That is an 8.
Okay. Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
That's true. So my usual operations provide...
And if you're following along at home, Belle is the Imp playbook, and
that's right.
has a whole shop and establishment.
Imp playbook. So my usual operations, and so there's this Imp move is business as usual. So when time passes or at the start of the game, I roll with mind. On a hit, my usual operations provide an opportunity to advance one of my schemes or generate a new one, my choice. I'm going to advance. Sadly, I do not get to pick one of those fun things which would have made this a lot easier. So, to advance my scheme, so now I know that Mrs. Lane's wards are down.
Uh-huh.
So I would like to... can I bribe someone?
Oh, yes.
I would like to bribe one of her employees.
Okay.
To arrange for me to let us know when she leaves her not domicile, but her business. Sanctum Sanctorum, and slip us in the back door.
Oh, that's a big bribe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is such a big bribe. I probably wouldn't have allowed the roll, except that you've had all these inroads and opportunities, and you know exactly the right questions to ask, the right power to leverage. So I'm going to have you go ahead and roll plus your power score, not your rep, but your
Plus my power score.
Yeah.
Okay.
How well do you understand power?
Got it. My power score. Whew, it's not good. That is a -1. And so this is persuading an NPC, right?
Yes.
All right. So that's heart. -1, right?
Heart.
Okay. Do I want to stick with the same dice, or do I want to try different dice? I'm gonna stick with these same dice. They've been doing all right today. That's a 7.
Okay.
And with the -1 plus 1, that comes out even. So it's a 7.
All right. So that's fine. We'll take the 7. You've got on, let's see, on the basic move of, wait, where are they?
So on the basic move of persuade an NPC, they counter my offer or demand payment.
Right. So they're not going to counter your offer, but they are going to demand, something substantial. And what they want is the wizard who's going to, like a wizard from that faction, right, is going to let you in, but they want you to get them out of the city.
Well, okay, that's fine. I thought I was going to owe him a debt, and I didn't want to owe him a debt. I'll figure that out. Yeah, I'll get you out. No problem.
Okay. The problem is that he's signed a membership with the wizard faction, and so you're going to have to help him break that.
Okay, I can get that.
Okay.
I can get behind that.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, he agrees to what you want to go like tonight or what?
Yeah. Like let us know the next time that she leaves.
Okay.
Slip us in the back door so we can find this amulet.
Yeah,
preferably tonight.
For the last couple days since the lightning struck, right? The lightning struck probably Saturday night or whatever. She's there during the day trying to repair things, right? She's there with the crew and using magic and, trying to put things back together. But then at night she goes to the hotel that she's, taken for the time being because her roof is blown open.
Got it. Well, you mess around with forces, sometimes things happen.
Mm-hmm. That's true. All right. So that's fine. I don't think anybody else has a when time passes move, right?
Nope.
Okay. So we find ourselves midday, Monday afternoon. Belle, you're at your shop. You've made some calls. I think this wizard even came by to visit you after you're like, hey, I've got an offer. You might refuse, but please don't. And, he comes by, Gerald.
Jerry.
Gerald, just wants you to get him out of the city without him disintegrating into dust, which would happen if he leaves, based on his contract. So, that's a thing.
All right. Okay, I got to keep him from disintegrating.
Yep.
That complicates it a little bit more, because otherwise I would have been just like, yeah, I'll get you out of the city. Oh, you disintegrated. How did that? Oh.
And your dust has left the city limits.
Oh.
But I mean, if he turns to dust, he can't really collect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then Belle will be somebody who filches on deals.
Yeah, and I don't want more of that reputation to spread around town.
So that part's fine. Yep. What are the rest of you up to midday on Monday? It's 12:30 in the afternoon. I mean,
Ryan...
Bill's meeting with people at the shop. a lot of that stuff's going on. Ryan, I imagine you've been sleeping off your party, but Ryan, what are you up to?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm currently at the shop relaxing. I imagine we have you have like a little, not a lounge section, but like a place with like a comfy chair, and so people can like look at books and things, maybe, no?
Oh yeah, you have like books and curios and things, right? That somebody might want to sit down, Bill?
Yo, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Ryan is absolutely loitering, just watching the show unfold before him, because these fools got themselves involved in a deal that they can't talk themselves out of.
Right.
And I just want to see what happens.
Okay. Well, I think in this case, you see Bill actually make an advantageous deal. Like, this is, you know what he's going to get from it, and you know that he has to get in there and get the thing from Lane's place.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a pretty good deal. It's not that hard to get this guy out of his magical contract, and, you know, and the trade actually, you know, your sense of this is like, well, it's not a bad trade, you know? It's not, Bell didn't really come out on top, but he didn't get plowed over either, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was forward motion, not a lateral pass.
Right.
Sports ball.
Sports! And Asmita, what are you up to?
I think I'm just coming back from having met with the Helsing.
Well, I think probably by Monday they've, right, like I imagine you informed them before today.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna spend I'm gonna spend the morning with my new acquisition. The finger of the scribe.
Yep. Oh, I meant to ask you, do you picture or are you aware of any particular weakness that would affect an Asura?
In general, it's more of like an individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the stories about Asuras they're like, I want immunity from demons and men.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the way that they get defeated is like finding that loophole. It's like the I am no man situation from Lord of the Rings. There's a good chunk of that in Asura lore. So really like the biggest weaknesses are like loopholes.
Uh-huh.
But there isn't like a it's not like a salt silver
Sure.
Kind of deal. But we can, massage it some.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't know their story super well, except that they,
in the case of
Parvati.
Yeah, in their case, like traditionally, the boon that they were granted was like they couldn't be killed by like men or gods or something. And then it was like, but Parvati was a goddess, so she just took them out.
Yeah.
And there are a bunch of stories like that. There was like one I read recently that was really great. About somebody who, either way, it's such a tangent and it's a long story, so I'm not going to get into it. But there's,
if it's okay, let's see. It was, so in one story, Nisumba was taken out by Parvati's lion, which is rad. But then when Parvati went after Shumba personally, she had a fucking trident, and that's what got him. Is it okay if we call that part of our backstory for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. I've got some thoughts about that. All right, unrelated totally to what's happening Monday. What are you up to on Monday?
So yeah, I'm going to spend some time with the finger of the scribe.
Right.
And see if I can kind of figure out like a little bit of its power.
Yep.
Through transcribing.
Oh. I have an idea. You're the tainted, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at something here real quick.
No, that'd be great. Because what I was gonna do was like transcribe some kind of like text, like an ancient text or something.
Yeah. No, okay, none of that really applies. I was gonna have you do let it out, but when you do, sort of the best case scenario is ending up marking a corruption and using one of your corruption moves, but none of those really apply. Okay, so what I'll have you do is roll. We'll do a version of figure someone out.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna roll with mind.
That's unfortunate.
And I'm also gonna have you add your knight circle.
That's really unfortunate.
Oh, is it a minus? Okay.
That would
well,
put me at a -2 to this roll.
I think that's probably right though. But you might roll really well.
Maybe.
Just roll a 12.
I rolled a 9.
All right.
So you got a
So
7.
that's that. Yeah. So a 7. That's not bad.
That's a success. So you get to ask. You get to ask 2. It says on a 7 and 9 they ask one of you as well. I'll let you know what that means in a second. But go ahead and ask your 2 questions.
Okay. Let me find this. Can I ask, like, what is Vrithra hoping to get from this artifact, like from this?
Yeah, or like
figure?
what about this pen would be important to
her specifically?
Yeah. The thing that you get from it is that it is just an incredibly powerful, deal enforcing tool. Like the kind of the stuff that you can do because of your magic powers. This would let a mortal sign a deal on par with that. So she could really expand her influence by having, not just demons who are tricksy and hard to deal with sometimes, but, she could actually have like humans under her thrall and get them to do some of her work in deal making just by having this pen.
Okay.
So she would be able to vastly expand her influence.
And then how... I want to kind of do a play on how could I put your character in my debt. Is it in kind of is there a way to bind the finger to someone specifically? Like for a short amount of time or for a long amount of time, whatever. Like, is there a way to tie it to someone?
If, yeah, like if the owner signs a thing, right? Like you can sign it over to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm gonna add to that the fact that, what's her face? Lena did not sign this over to you. And you're now aware of the fact that she may be able to do something through it. Like she may be able to get it or get to you somehow because you have it, but she didn't actually sign it over to you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not technically... Oh, wait a minute. No, she signed a deal to give it to you. If you did your thing, right? Like that was part of the deal. Okay, never mind.
That was
no.
part of the deal that we made.
Yeah. So what happens is you're connecting the fact that you get to have the pen right now because it was signed over to you, and someone would have to either get you to sign it to them or kill you to take it from you.
Okay. So it is actually currently bound to me.
Yes.
On those fun and exciting revelations, I'm going to head over to Belle's.
All right. And what is Celeste up to on Monday afternoon?
Well, she has decided to pay a visit to the apartment building and is kind of stalking it to see if she can see anything.
The place where half a dozen vampires were murdered and torn to pieces?
Yeah, I'm not going inside it.
Okay.
I'm just like, I have a good. It's near-ish or next door to a vampire club, right?
Yeah, it's like on the opposite end of the block.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's a vampire who lives in an apartment near that apartment, and I'm using that I'm stalking with like binoculars and being like, what is going on?
Okay, yes.
I'm not. She's like, yes, I'm gonna go where everyone got murdered.
Yeah, I mean, I was concerned.
Well, I mean, she wanted the guillotine for decoration. She's a little wild anyway.
I want to murder them with the guillotine.
All right, so let's it's interesting this game doesn't have a investigate the area or investigate the situation. It doesn't really have that.
That is sad.
I feel like it does somewhere in a weird move.
Yeah, I mean, figure someone out as part of it. That's fine. Or
hit the streets under
I
a
think
circle
hit the
moves?
streets would be the most.
Oh, yeah, but that's really like talking to people.
Or study a place of power.
Oh, study a place of power. That's what we need.
What page is that on?
It's on page 12.
Oh, good. I'm there.
That's what we needed before. I probably should have had you roll that, Pooja. Sorry. But that's fine. We still got the information we wanted from that. So, yeah, when you study a sanctuary, gathering spot, or place of power, roll with the circle that controls it. So Mortalis is the bonus that you'll add to that.
Is that going to be my knowledge or my stat?
The knowledge, not the big circle, not the rep dot.
Okay. I meant to say status, and I stopped at stat. So, I'm alive. Oh no. I don't like that.
Uh-oh. What'd you get?
That's a 5.
Okay. Okay, so you were in someone's apartment across the street?
Yeah, I basically hit up a friend and was like, hey, vampires got murdered here. Can I come stake out? And they were like, yeah, I want to stake out with you. And then we staked out together.
I think, is it okay if I say your friend was like, yeah, you could go. I'm not staying there right now. They don't want to live across the street from this massacre that, until things calm down. Is that okay with you?
Did they just forget to give me their key like they were supposed to?
No. They let you in or gave you the code or whatever to get into their apartment. Okay. Is that all right if they're not there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Then you are, you're looking with your binoculars. You're seeing people kind of move around. And what you see down on the street, you see a number of real fast-looking motorcycles, right? Not Harley style, but those street racer type of bikes. Your Yamahas and Kawasaki type thing. Akira type motorcycles.
Okay.
Yeah, is that more familiar? Okay.
I was like, I don't know anything about motorcycles.
Sure. But they're not, for our listeners, they're not really full Akira bikes, but they're very fast looking racing bikes as opposed to cruisers. And you see you see a number of people moving around inside, and when you are, you can't really see what they're doing because it's, you're at a kind of a weird angle, and you're just thinking about like, oh, maybe I should move to this other window or get a better shot. Your, sharp vampire perceptions, I think, are a little bit dulled in the daytime. We said like you don't burst into flames, but you're a little uncomfortable in the daytime, and it's just so bright out because it's like totally clear skies. It's like California midday, right? And you get a glint. The glare off of one of the windows just like totally whites out one of your eyes at some point. And as it's coming back into focus, you see the barrel of the rifle and the scope pointed at you, like through the binoculars. You see this like barrel just as it fires. And so I'm going to have you take 3 harm as this bullet, you're fast, right? You get out of the way as this bullet goes in the right hand binocular lens and just like cuts a line on your scalp. You know what I mean? Like, just grazes you. And then, but the bullet, like, it blasts through the window. There's glass everywhere. It keeps going out the back of the apartment. This is a high caliber rifle bullet. All right. That is just, and now and I understand you're probably diving for cover. I assume you tell me what's happening now.
I mean, yeah, I guess dive for cover, but I feel like she would just go behind the wall. The window is on, but then like a part of me just wants to attack. She's pissed. She just got hurt, and like, but if she also knows if she attacks, she'll probably get killed because there's probably more people in that fucking building.
I think that's like, an accurate assumption.
She's just like, she's pissed off, and she's basically like, well, I'm gonna get out of here and pay my friend back for the damages to their apartment, or make their landlord do that. Really? So basically my goal is just to get out of the apartment as fast as possible.
Okay. So I'm going to have you...
So can't, and then I'll probably make my way to Bell's.
Oh, it's also worth noting that whatever rifle they're using is also silenced, right? Like you never end up hearing a blast, even though multiple holes get punched in the wall as you're rolling out of the way, and it's like tracking you, right? It's like really accurate. And I am going to need a roll for you to get out of there. Here we go. So, yes, escape a situation. When you take advantage of an opening to escape a situation, roll with blood.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
That's what, my best stat as the vampire?
Yep. Surprise.
Oh, all right. That's an 11.
Oh, okay. So on a hit, you get away and choose 1. On a 7 to 9, I would choose 1 as well, but that's fine. So you only have to pick one thing off this list, and I don't get to pick one. So totally your choice.
Which page is this on?
Page... Basic moves. 27.
Okay. 27?
Yeah. It doesn't actually say 27 on the page. 26 is the last numbered page in the document, and it's after that.
Yeah, I think at that point it's a duplicate of the playbooks.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Okay, so I get to... Yeah, okay, well, I owe an NPC a debt for their aid because I was using my friend's apartment.
Yep, okay.
So I kind of owe them for that.
Can you give me a name for that?
Lenora.
Owes Lenora for apartment.
Owes just Lenora.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you dive, you roll out of there, you see at least 3 more rifles. So you were shot at 4 times. One of them grazed your head for 3 harm. Do you have natural armor or anything?
Not that I've seen.
Okay. probably not.
I don't. I'm kind of surprised I don't as a vampire, but I don't. It doesn't look like I do.
The vamp. Oh yeah, it's that you can heal harm when you feed.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you don't have any armor moves. And it's pretty easy for you to have light armor if you want, but that's you weren't hit in the light armor area. Oh,
no, I would like
starting gear: a secluded apartment, comfortable car, smartphone, a stylish weapon of choice. Oh yeah, you picked a sword, I think.
Yeah, I got a sword.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no armor listed there, so might be able to acquire some at some point, but
yeah, I would definitely like to.
But the armor wouldn't have been much help in this situation anyway, because they had a sort of an armor piercing effect from the 6- roll. Okay, so you're out of there with 3 harm. That puts you. So you mark the faint box and the 2 serious boxes. Let me just talk about harm real quick. Where is... I think we might actually have to roll something because you took harm.
Ah!
I don't remember if they have a harm move. Here we go. Harm and violence. Oh, grievous harm it's called here. It should be called serious harm. It's all right. It's a quick start guide. We know they're still editing stuff. Yeah, getting shot in the shoulder or hit by a car is grievous serious harm. It should say serious harm on your character sheet. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see faint, serious.
Yeah, so you mark the faint and then the 2 serious boxes.
Yes.
Yeah, and the idea is that if you suffer just faint harm, it'll heal up without needing to do anything, but you're actually going to need to feed or get magical healing. I don't think medical assistance is going to be very helpful to you as a vampire, but...
She's dead, Jim.
No, but I'm going to be calling the person who helps get me fed.
Yeah, I think that's... You're going to have to... get, or are you owed a debt, or do you have to owe someone a debt to
one of my relationship things, so I owe Ryan because someone makes sure you get fed regularly without attracting too much attention.
Okay, so we're gonna have to lean on that relationship. Right. Okay, when you mark a box of harm in a new tier, write a short description of the injury on your sheet. Okay, yeah, so note that you've got creased, it's probably even cracked your skull a little bit if we're talking about serious harmer. No.
Pharmacist.
Yeah. You actually describe the wound that you got. If you ever need to mark harm and can't because all your other boxes are full, you die. So that's not surprising, I think. Then if your character's, if you need help, you can do hit the streets if you need to find a vampire doctor or whatever. Once you've gotten medical or magical assistance, healing happens slowly, removing 1 faint or grievous harm every couple days. Well, unless you're feeding, I think heals it. That's magical healing, so it works a little differently. And oh yeah, I picked the right number. 3 harm represents a bullet at point blank range, a sword cleaving, a beating that leaves you unrecognizable. Yeah, I think a bullet grazing your skull is pretty bad. Yeah. Cool.
Well, has had a hard day. Time for takeout, Dork Lord Canada. Amazing.
Yes, perfect. So the the other thing I should say, not that you need to use it in this situation, but the thing that everybody can do when you take harm, you can ignore all of the harm from this one attack that you just took. You do kind of need to decide this when you take the harm, but you can ignore all of that harm by taking a scar. And a scar means you reduce your blood, heart, mind, or spirit, you reduce one of your attributes by 1. Like, minus permanently. I mean, you could still like raise it with XP and stuff, but it will just be lowered. And you'll have to describe what the scar is. You know, we'll need to represent it in some way. It's a important concept in the game.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that here.
Yeah. You're 3 harm. You can definitely get to where Ryan is. What does this look like as you're escaping the apartment? It is a little surreal because you just got hit, and it feels like the air should be full of gunfire and yelling and a lot of stuff, but there just isn't that. Like, you run out of the apartment and you've got like blood on the side of your face, and this woman is like bringing her groceries into the apartment and sees you and just pointedly turns around like, nope. I know, like, she lives in a building with vampires. Like, she's not a vampire, but she knows who her neighbors are, and she knows not to ask questions. So,
I mean, I'm going straight to the parking garage because I do have my car.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm basically going, and I imagine that the parking garage has a couple different exits, so I don't have to come out on that street.
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna just get in my car, pull out a different exit. It's a little less convenient, but it's safer, and they can't get my plate that way. So.
And you're also you could be 99% sure they didn't see your face, right? Because you had the binoculars up, and they had a scope, but you know your binoculars were covering half your face. Yeah. And then you ducked out of the way down behind the window. You didn't try to like shoot back at them or something. So they probably won't recognize you, aside from the fact that your head has a crease in it.
I'm bloody. Well, I don't know. You know, vampire rules. So I guess I bleed for some reason.
Yeah, you're full of blood. Yeah.
Like a mosquito. Okay.
Yeah, you just don't make more on your own. That's the problem. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you get to your car. You're pretty woozy, I think. You know, probably a little.
Yeah, I don't feel great. I'm putting my my phone on the hands-free device and calling Ryan.
Okay, Ryan, you're getting a phone call. Are you at Bell's at this point? I think you said you were headed over there, right?
Yeah, I'm at Bell's. I'm just relaxing. I think what I'm doing is I've gotten the book. I haven't really opened it yet. I'm too busy looking at all of my social media so I can get all the success and all the people raving about the party.
Sure.
Like in that bit of like post-party hangover, like not like alcoholic hangover, just exhausted hangover. Like, this event's done. I'm going to die for a couple days. But Bell's also got all this cool stuff happening, and I want to watch him fail. Uh-huh. I mean, succeed. I mean,
wow.
Whatever happens.
Not really concerned with either outcome.
It'll be entertaining either way.
Okay, so you're looking at your phone. It rings. It's Celeste. You can see caller ID.
Yeah. Hey, Celeste. Are you coming over here? It's getting a little boring, and I think, I don't know. Usually when you're around, things are a little more interesting.
Bell, Ryan is having a cell phone conversation just right over where all the books are.
Ryan.
Yeah.
No cell phones.
Liam, tell him it's important.
Outside.
You're such an old man. All right. Sorry. Belle needed to scold me about using my cell phone inside again.
Yes.
I really do not care. I need you to find me someone to feed off of now.
Ryan, I think you can hear some screeching tires. Celeste, is that accurate? Are you like cutting your corners a little bit?
Over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am breaking a lot of traffic laws right now.
Okay.
Okay, you realize it's like noon, right?
Yes, I'm aware, but I need to feed because I got shot with a bullet. So are you going to find me
Wait. You got shot? Why are you getting shot?
I can explain when I'm not driving, but I need to find someone to feed because I need to not be bleeding out of my head.
All right, just get to Bell's. We'll figure it out, I guess. You know, this is really kind of cramping my relaxation day. This is a me day.
You said you wanted something interesting, and something interesting has happened.
Yeah, there's interesting with work involved.
Yes, well, I'm sorry. You have to work now.
Fine. Yeah, just get to Bells. We'll figure it out, I guess.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
Merci.
Asmita, did we decide where you were?
I was gonna head to Bell's after all the
Okay, cool.
after all this introspection time did this morning.
All right. So you're heading over there because you like ratted out the twins to the Helsings, and but you were doing something today though, right? Because you had.
Well, I investigated
the
this
pen.
artifact
Yes,
pen
yeah.
business, and I've determined what I'm gonna determine about it for now.
Okay.
And then I'm like, we have 24 hours left, and I can feel that bargain. Like, I can feel that contract ticking away in the back of my mind.
Yeah, you're starting to get a little bit of that, almost like being underwater, the pressure on your ears. It's not bad, but you can feel
It's
it.
definitely like a reminder.
Uh-huh. You could smell the incense that you were burning for it. You said incense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the pen on you when you leave to go to Bell's?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think at this point, it's going to be one of those things that I carry with me at all times.
Is what?
I'm going to always have it on me now.
Okay. Noted. I will assume that's the case. I'm going to add you were examining the pen, moving around your apartment, doing some things. Maybe you like went into the kitchen to make something to drink, and then realized that the pen was like back, like clipped to your shirt, or like you had left it on the kitchen table.
Oh.
And you go in and be like, I don't know, make tea. Did your character drink tea?
Sure.
Okay, so you're making tea, and you're just like adjusting your whatever, and you're like, wait, what? So, yeah.
I kind of like idly tap it. I'm like, maybe not so obvious. And I'm gonna unclip it from like the front of my shirt. Like, I'm gonna say that I don't have like a front pocket like that kind of button down. Not that much of a nerd.
Sure, yeah. But it can be clipped
actually
to like...
ended up like halfway through, like clipped in between my buttons in the pocket.
Yeah, I do that all the time with mine, yeah.
And I'm gonna take it out of there and kind of slip it into like an inner pocket on my jacket.
Okay. And just a reminder, it's like a metal barrel type, fancy looking pen that you twist. And one way you twist it and the like ink nib comes out, and the other way you twist it, the blood taker comes. It's a sort of like
a lancet.
It's not a metal tip. It's like a sort of alabaster white kind of
probably
maybe
bone.
Ivory or
looks a little bone-esque.
Yeah, it seems like it could be. Yeah. So there's that. Oh my gosh, this conversation in chat is fantastic. Okay, so yeah, you head over to Bell's. I think you get there while Ryan is on the phone, and you maybe just go past him because he's talking on the phone. He's like, "Wait, what?" And yeah, you go inside. Belle, what are you up to at this point?
I mean, doing business, but waiting for the call that Mrs. Lane has vacated the building for us to go in. And so that's basically what I tell Asmita. Like, we're going to get a call. I made an arrangement.
Yeah, almost certainly after dark.
Yeah, one of Mrs. Lane's flunkies or whatever. And they're going to let us know when she's left, and then we can go in and try to find the item in question. Interesting bit of news. I don't know if you heard about all of the whatever was happening over on the Power Island, but apparently it has knocked out her wards for the time being.
Yeah, I did hear that something went down there. And it's not surprising to find the ward, like to hear that it had that roll-on effect.
Yes, so it looks like things are working well for us.
Could be. Are you
Yeah.
we bringing anything to deal with more mundane aspects of getting this amulet?
I mean, if you want to, I figured violence is, your sort of thing.
You want me to violence a safe?
Well, I figured we'll get there and we'll figure it out.
Maybe Celeste has some experience in this.
Yeah. Celeste, Ryan.
Speaking of Ryan, Celeste hangs up to focus on her driving. Who are you gonna call? Don't say it.
How dare you? Right on tip of my tongue. Well, my plan is to implement our tried and true method when she needs feeding in emergency situations. We're gonna do get help.
Okay.
Get help.
So when she gets here, my plan is she's gonna lay down in the alley nearby Bell's. I'm gonna race out of the alley, grab a bystander, ask them to come help, and then she can come feed on them, and then that's her problem.
Okay. Just random mortal.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the street by my store.
Not
It's
the
worked
first
so far.
I mean, in the alley outside.
Trust me, I've done far worse things in that alley.
I don't want to know. You know what? I don't want to know. I'm out. I'm out.
Okay. You get back there. Celeste, any objections to doing get help?
Nope. Not right now.
Okay. So, Ryan, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
you go ahead and roll mislead, distract, or trick.
Yeah, I will. I'd love to do that.
Roll plus mind, unless you have a modifier to that.
I do have a modifier. I have in our blood. When I mislead, distract, or trick someone through lies of omission or clever misdirection, roll with heart instead of mind.
Yep. Yeah. Get help is a clever misdirection. That's been established.
That is that's a 7 on the die. So that's +2. That's a 9.
9. Okay. So yeah, on a hit, they're fooled, at least for a moment. We only need a moment. But you get to pick 2 things from the list there. You probably want create an opportunity.
Yeah, that's definitely a big one. Let's create that opportunity. And
understand, if you don't pick avoid further entanglement, that is an option available to me. So just be aware.
well, yeah, I mean, that was the only one that really makes sense. I don't need to confuse them for some time. You only need, a bit of a moment. And
Okay.
expose a weakness or flaw. She said bring her a body. I didn't say it was going to make it easy for her to feed.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, without further entanglement, you were able to get this person down the street. I think we got. Well, let's see. Ryan, you tell me, who did you find to bring down the alleyway?
Yeah, I found it's a like a food delivery person.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why I picked them, because I saw that they had food and I was feeling a bit peckish myself. So I decided
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for them. And so
the delicious person.
the delicious person, yes. The delicious girl is
Okay.
And so I grab her. Please come help. My friend was attacked. We don't know what to do. Can you come? Just take a look. I need to go get help, but I need something to stay with her to keep her conscious. Please, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's got like a bag of food under, Yep. Well, okay, yeah. And you lead her down the alleyway. Celeste, you get to make the roll that you've been waiting for.
Eternal hunger roll.
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Even with my +2, that's a 5.
Oh.
And even a help would only get it to a 6.
On a miss, so everyone suffers.
So for reference, folks at home who maybe don't have this in front of them, On a 10 plus, she would get to pick all 3 of these. On a 7 to 9, 2. The options are heal 1 harm or take +1 forward. Obviously, you're wanting to heal a harm. Learn a secret about your prey, and your prey doesn't suffer 3 harm, which is an option that, a kind vampire would pick. On
a miss, your hunger gets the best of you and everyone suffers.
Yeah.
Which means I murder this person hard.
Yep. Yeah. You drain the life from her. You only heal 1.
Oh, God.
Because it's just a mess. Like, you're so frantic. It's like it's just a mess. Just minor gore alert, folks. It, like, you get into the throat, it like sprays the wrong direction, and so you're in this alleyway. Ryan, I think you're sort of like keeping a look. You look back and you just see Celeste freaking drenched, right? Just like from the cheekbones down, there's just blood everywhere.
So I think when I look over, I am currently eating what was in the Delish package.
Right.
It was a Cobb salad. I was very excited about it.
Okay. No one's excited about Cobb salad.
It was I was hungry. At that point, Ryan just kind of looks at Celeste and just throws the salad away. He's lost his appetite.
Why?
I say this with all sincerity. You're a fucking mess.
I'm aware. Can we get inside?
We? No. I did my part of this deal. I got you the body. Cleanup's on you. I'm not your busboy.
At that point, Ryan, somebody steps up next to you and says, "What the It's this guy in a repair uniform. Looks like maybe a AC repair guy or something, right?"
Immediately, as soon as that guy pops, she immediately drops like she's dead.
Celeste drops?
She's dead.
All right, Celeste, I'm going to need you to roll mislead, distract, or trick someone.
What's the plus on that one?
Not blood.
Yeah, I'm aware.
It's mind.
Oh, good. Is that... Okay, that one's not terrible.
Unless you have a move that modifies it.
I don't think so. Mm-hmm. No. Oh, that's a 10.
Oh, okay, great. Yes, you convincingly portray a dead body as you flop over.
I've done this before.
You don't really need to create an opportunity, so I think, or a weakness or flaw. So yeah, you create opportunity, you confuse them, and you avoid further entanglement. Does that sound right? Okay.
Yep.
So Joey, you see, like, when she flops over, what that does is it makes the repair guy run into the alley as opposed to standing out here shouting.
Good. Good.
So what do you want to do?
You know what? It worked once already. Let's try doing it again. They need help. I don't know what's going on. You should stay here and make sure that they see what... I'm going to go find help, but you should stay here so no one else disturbs. This is clearly a crime scene.
Okay,
and I'm going to try
let's roll with heart to persuade an NPC.
Okay.
Do I get a second chance at trying to feed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God that's heart. That's 6 on the dice plus 2 is an 8.
8. Okay. Yeah. They, well, let's see. It says they counter your offer. I think the counter is that he needs you to stay. Like, you need to stay and call 911 while he starts CPR.
You know what? You're right. We'll stay. That way we can give, absolutely. We'll give testimony together. It's all good. Because I know you didn't do this. I didn't do this. This is a good plan. Look at me dialing 911 on my phone. Okay. Hello.
Okay, that's fine. We don't even have to roll mislead for that. You're just like, yes, this is an emergency. So Celeste, this guy is kneeling down, checking your pulse.
one of those.
And he's like, "Oh no!" And he's leaning down to like see if you're still breathing at all, putting his ear to your mouth.
Okay. Gonna try this again.
Oh God.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
We don't make this deal and I die because I take more harm?
I don't think you could take harm from feeding.
No, the deal. Because if I'm at 2 harm currently, and if the deal doesn't go through, don't I take 3 or 4?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I would die.
Potentially. Yeah.
Celeste is not on the I've lived almost 300 years. I'd like to make it to 300. I have big plans for my 300th birthday.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. I think 300 is a yacht birthday, right? Like that's
Yeah.
It's massive. It's like a week long, like it's basically like a Saturn. It's not what the fuck. It's whatever Dionysus did. The Dionysus parties. It's basically one of those.
The
Like,
Bacchanal.
Except with it's a bacchanal with blood instead of wine.
A blood canal.
Yeah. Arguably, a lot of Bacchanalias had blood as well, so...
Yeah, I mean, the blood is pretty compulsory.
So this one is much better because I rolled an 8, so +2, that's 10.
Okay, that is better. So you get to pick all 3. You heal 1 harm. You learn a secret about your prey. Well, there wasn't much to learn. This guy's an AC repairman. And your prey doesn't suffer 3 harm.
Family?
What's that?
He has like a secret family. He has 2 families or something.
He lied on his taxes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He lied on his taxes. But he just passes out. You don't actually kill him.
Yep.
But yeah, you managed to feed without hurting him. And but he just collapses on top of the dead body. And you are still drenched in blood at 12:45 in the afternoon in a sort of shady alley.
Is there a dumpster?
Yes.
Dead bodies going in the dumpster.
Okay.
Where's passed out man gonna go? Passed out man, I'm going to be like, Ryan, come here. He's just passed out. I didn't kill him. He's not dead. Can we move him? I need to clean. I can't.
Yeah, you do. You're a mess.
I like put my hand out like grossly, like I'm gonna touch your face.
Oh no, I'm gonna recoil all the way back from that.
Because you said it was gross.
Yeah, don't you usually call someone to take care of this business for you?
Yes, but he's not dead, so I will call someone to get the body out of the dumpster.
Right, but he did see you with a dead body. I don't know if maybe you just want to, tie up those loose ends.
If he works somewhere else, if he wakes up somewhere else, he won't know. He'll be like, how did I get here? Who were they? He doesn't know who I was. He thought I was dead. I had no pulse.
Yeah, but he saw me, and I'm not necessarily okay with that.
But if you want to kill him, then you call your people. I was clean at this time. I did not kill him.
This is fantastic.
I could have killed him, but I did not. So if you want to kill him, you call your people.
Yeah, he saw me because I was helping
say,
you.
We're now at a very long time standing in this bloody alleyway, and I may make a hard move soon. So
okay. Shane. I guess I'll just call. He's knocked out, so I'll just throw him in the dumpster with the dead body and call my people to clean him up.
Okay. Yep, I think Chris is...
sneak in the back way to Bell's, because there's definitely a back way that I've definitely been in before.
Sure.
And,
I will dig through the delish bag, and I'd like to find a wet nap and toss it to Celeste.
One wet
Here,
nap.
you've got something right here. And then walk back.
Throws it back. Your face. I feel like I have a spare change of clothes in Bell's that I haven't told you about.
Of course you do.
Is it in the fridge next to the blood?
Yep. I climb in the back covered in blood and go to change.
Yeah, Dark Lord Canada, that was going to be my next move here in a sec. From the mouth of the alley guy. Is that guy okay? Oh my god, is that blood? Yeah, that was imminent.
Yeah.
Um,
So Ryan's gonna hop back into his seat in Bell's. Well, that was fun.
oh yeah,
Who's
you're
for
not
Chinese?
covered in blood. Yeah, okay.
And start like I will open up the Delish app on my phone and order some Chinese food because I'm feeling hungry now.
So actually, Ryan, you were pretty close. I'm just gonna have you roll a what is that basic move called? Hold on.
Now I'm only at faint harm, so we're good.
I'm gonna have you. We're not really doing escape a situation, but I want you to roll with blood. And if you have anything that modifies escape a situation, feel free.
I do not. My
Okay.
blood is -1, so this will be great. Oh, look at that 5 on the dice.
Oh, okay. So as you go back in, you see up your pant leg. How nice are your pants?
They're very nice.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I pride myself on my appearance.
Like tailored?
oh
Probably?
yeah.
Yeah. There's this, like, if somebody just did a Jackson Pollock down your pant leg of red spray, probably like hip to ankle, the whole, like, kind of down the side of your knee, where you caught a spurt, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Great. This is great. This is good.
These are at least your third favorite pants.
Right? They're my Tuesday pants. They're my Monday pants.
Yeah. What are you gonna wear on Mondays now?
Right? I have to go and get new pants. This is ridiculous. All right. She's paying for new pants. That's what's happening. Cool. Belle, do you have pants?
You just walk inside with blood down your pants.
I'm wearing pants.
Okay. Well, Celeste had a bit of an oopsie daisy, and I need pants. So
And she's currently in the like employee bathroom. Probably.
Ryan, let me just look around my store that does not sell pants to see if there are pants. And there are not pants. No, because we don't sell pants. I don't understand why this is my problem. I don't understand why I'm feeling like I'm the bad guy here when you got blood on your pants.
No. Celeste got blood on my pants.
Either way, I did not, and I don't keep pants around for
I
people.
just wasn't sure. Maybe you
Okay.
had an extra pair. All right.
Why would I have an extra pair of
I'm gonna pause you there because this is the perfect conversation for me to interrupt.
Mhm.
Asmita, you're there too. Are you just sort of enjoying this joie de vivre?
I pulled some mixed nuts from Belle's office.
Yep.
To enjoy while this is happening.
Okay. I imagine Asmita goes for smoked nuts. Typically.
Going for
Eventually...
the Thai chili lime nuts today.
Oh, damn.
yeah. Those are good.
Well, I know what I'm getting from the store
feels,
today.
Feels spicy.
I haven't had that in ages.
Eventually, we will all have a conversation about the concept of community property and private property and how those are not the same. Anyway...
Yeah, that's why she took from the community nuts.
There's no community nuts.
They're a sharing size bucket.
Because I like a lot of nuts. The sharing is not required when you buy the sharing size. That is not how that works.
I feel like if that was the case, they'd be in a cabinet as opposed to out there on the counter.
Even better, Celeste is in the bathroom. It's a single stall, it's like a single person bathroom, right? Like big enough for the proper ADA, wheelchair space to get in there. Like that's,
Yep.
There's a window.
Is there a window?
Yeah.
Okay. Belle, I meant to ask, are you are you at street level? Do we have to walk down
Street
that
level.
like half a
Yeah.
floor?
No. Street level. Right on the street level. You can walk right in.
Okay. What is in your glass? What do your glass windows look like? Are they covered up? Are they full of curios? I think you said curios.
They're full of curios. Yeah, they're full of like curios, tchotchkes, some of the nicer pieces, maybe a nice Tiffany lamp or two. It is very...
But none of it's magic.
engaging. None of it. No.
Okay.
None of the magic stuff is in the back.
And there weren't any sort of like wards on your shop or anything like that?
Oh, no.
Okay.
People should be able to come and go as they need to. Absolutely.
Okay. So, Belle. Oh, there was like a no magic zone, right?
Yeah, there is a place in the back, a secret room that is no magic.
Oh, okay, but not the whole shop.
But not the whole shop. Just one
Okay.
particular. I have a safe room.
Got it. So the front glass windows that face the street, as you are arguing with Asmita and Ryan,
Yes.
trying to like, oh my God, what is happening?
What is happening?
The street facing windows shatter in as two big bodied individuals just come smash through. One of them is carrying another person over their shoulder, and pretty quickly it's clear you could see the person over the shoulder has a trident poking through, like has been stabbed through the front, and like the three prongs are coming out the back of his shoulder. And this guy like hits the ground with this other person over his body or over his shoulder, and he just yells, "Proprietor!"
Oh, hell no. Nope. Sorry, nope. Take it outside. You gotta take it outside.
You. Okay, did you
Yep,
tell
nope.
him to take it outside?
I'm telling him I'm walking. Take it outside. Nope.
All
Nope.
right. You are under attack.
I am under attack?
Yeah.
How am I under attack?
He yanks the trident out of his friend's or whatever this person's body and just throws it at you. So we have the option to escape a situation, let it hit you in the chest. You could turn to violence, actually. You could do a counterattack if you have something to do, depending on how it goes.
Well, let me think here. Well, one, I'm going to definitely make use of I'm a fucking demon.
Yeah.
And ignore all harm.
Oh, you could just ignore all the harm from the first attack in a fight, right?
Yep. I can ignore all harm. The first time I suffer harm in a scene, I can ignore all harm. And at the end of the scene, I can clear my faint harm box.
Okay, cool. So if it's okay with you, I'd love to see that as like you have a single-use protection spell or effect of some kind that has to recharge, and the trident just hits that and stops, this far from your skin.
Can I disintegrate it? I just love to like.
Oh, we can't disintegrate. It's a magic item. It's
yes.
like supercharged.
God damn. Well, literally. Okay. Well, yes. Unholy fire forms a shield. It hits it, drops to the ground. And I will most definitely turn to violence.
Okay.
How much violence would I like to turn to?
And okay, so for the record, then that the trident hit that shield. There's this like shattering of energy, and then the trident just drops straight down. No inertia or anything. It just like clatters to the floor.
Yeah.
Torquil, Canada. Wow. It was a trident, not a succeed dent. Do dent or do not dent. There is no trident.
If they wanted it to be more successful, they should have thought about the name.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? I am gonna let it out.
Oh. Okay.
I just want to expel them from my shop. I don't care about their business. I just don't want them to be here.
Okay, and there's you like the look of one of your corruption moves?
Let me look at my corruption.
Because that's what that does, is it just triggers your corruption moves.
Corruption.
I think.
Well, there's
No.
the let it out box that I think are different than the corruption.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's your let it out box. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Hold on, try to see.
You have to mark corruption, and then you can use the let it out box.
Oh, if I use my let it out.
You could teleport into your establishment.
Well, I'm already in my establishment. I'm looking at inflicting 4 harm, but I don't know if these count as unsuspecting.
I don't think so. No, I think that's like a sneak attack.
Yeah. You know what? Then I will just do standard turn to violence, and
Okay.
I'm gonna throw that trident right back at them.
Okay, good to know that you're good at sneak attacks, though, and you can get out of anywhere back to your shop.
Yeah, that's really useful.
That is cool.
I don't have much in blood because I'm not. This is not my normal thing, but now I'm just pissed.
Okay.
So let's see what we get here. Overshot. Oh, crap. It's a 6.
Oh, okay. That is within range for someone to lend a hand if Asmita or Ryan would like to do so, but that will, of course, expose you to danger as well.
So I'm sorry, like, what is the action that you're taking right now?
Oh, yeah, what does this look like?
So, they threw the thing at me,
Yes.
It hit my shield and dropped, and I, spit an infernal curse at them, picked it up, and threw it back. Like,
Oh, okay, you just threw the, not harpoon, the trident back.
Trident right back at them.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But it seems to be a little off target. This guy has the other body over his shoulder, and it looks like he's just going to duck out of the way.
I think, Ryan, did you want to?
I mean, I'm looking at it. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can help. Because also my blood is garbage, so I don't know.
Well, it's lend a hand is with their circle.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out how to justify like how I'm gonna help. Maybe I can try just by distracting them. I'm just trying to figure out story wise.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, honestly, I was gonna lob something else at them.
Okay, I'll do it.
Like,
I can
flinches. I mean, if you want to, or I do it. It doesn't.
I'll do it. It's fine. It's all good. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I keep going back and forth. You have an idea, you go for it, because I'm still figuring my shit out. So if you have an idea, you go for it.
Okay. This is hilarious to make this like, but you have some time. But you have some time. I am going to pick up like the nearest something from the I'm assuming because they burst through the windows and like glass spattered everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And like the mundane knickknacks, curios,
Just everywhere. Yeah.
dog's bones have
I
gone
think even
everywhere.
like further in, like bookcases have toppled over. Like the whole, it's like a bomb went off in here.
So I'm gonna pick up like, something medium heavy, mundane curio.
Sure.
And throw it at the intruder to make it like flinch
Okay.
into the trident's path.
Sure. All right. Let's roll lend a hand plus your wild.
I rolled another 9 plus wild is a 10. For whatever reason, so I use a different set of dice every time I roll because I have a lot of dice. And I like to give them equal opportunity.
Yep.
And I have rolled a 6 and a 3 like 4 times this game. And it's
weird. That's funny. Okay, well, that's great. On a 10 plus, Belle will get +1 to their roll. And you don't have to expose yourself to danger or cost because you didn't get a 7 to 9. So, Belle, or
So
actually, you could also
7.
apply -2 to Belle's roll if you wanted.
I think I'll be helpful this time.
Okay. Okay, Belle, you get a +1, brings you to a 7 to turn to violence. On a hit, you inflict harm as established, and your opposition chooses one. You didn't get a 10+, so you don't get to choose one from that.
Right.
Yeah, so the we'll just, so I don't have to keep saying this guy. It's Sombra ducks out of the way of the thing that Asmita threw at his head, and puts him more in the path of the trident. And the trident, just so you know, is supposed to inflict 3 harm. I could just tell you that as like having picked up a weapon. But it hits him, and it like hits but doesn't break the skin. Right? And he grabs it and says, "You can't hurt me. Do you not understand who I am?"
No.
And I'm going to call this putting you in a bad spot. He doesn't even counterattack at this point. I'm just going to say you have the like intimidated tag, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And I think "Don't You Know Who I Am" is the perfect spot for us to break this week. Celeste, you hear this from the bathroom. You hear all this like crash.
Yeah. Celeste is in the bathroom, like cleaning up, and she's being very thorough and careful because she doesn't want blood everywhere. And she's like, "What is?" She just kind of keeps looking out there, like, you know what? I don't want to get involved. Don't want to do it. And just cleaning. To be fair, she's taking her time because she does not want to make a mess of your bathroom.
I appreciate that, but also I don't want to get involved. I'll remember that later. I'll remember that for later.
All right.
That's a pretty good excuse.
So we will pick up next week in this fight in the shop. There's a lot of mess. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to continue to be a fight. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens. But let's go around and tell the people where they can find your work. Let's start with Joey this time.
Hi, I'm Joey. You can find me on Twitter at Joey Nestor. That's my name. And you can catch me here every Saturday doing this. And pretty soon on Happy Jacks RPG or happyjacks.org/ it's been so long. It's been so long. I've gotten all of my outro for them. But look at happyjacks.com. Hooch will have a better one for you, I promise. We're going to be restarting our Vampire the Masquerade 5e game. Estimated soon-ish. But keep your eye out on the socials for when that comes back. It's gotten very exciting and super, super fun. And someone else talk now because I am a total mess.
Okay, Pooja.
Hello, I'm Pooja. You can find me on Twitter at LADesigirl. That's LADESI girl. And pretty much all the other socials is Forgotten Saves. I also do the RPG playing with 12-Sided Stories, which is a podcast. Fully edited, sound effects, music, all that fun stuff. Currently, we have a Vampire the Masquerade game coming out. The other thing, I'm also on the Happy Jacks RPG. We should be finishing up our Call of Cthulhu play at long last. This game is so cursed. But that'll be coming up real soon. And the Vampire the Masquerade game coming back with the Glittering Knight. And that is happyjacks.org, or you can search it on Twitch because we stream those on Sundays.
Yep, and on Twitch, I think they're Happy Jacks RPG. Which was
At
why
least,
I always get
like,
those mixed
by
up.
our powers combined.
Yeah.
We can figure out what Happy Jacks is.
Celeste, no, Blythe.
I am my character now. Also, Call of Cthulhu game being cursed kind of just makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
It's in the name, I think.
Yeah.
I have been Blythe. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, all under BlytheColin93. I am most active on Twitter, so if you actually want to like interact with me or see what I'm doing, go there. I've been very bored lately and tweeting way too much.
Exactly the right amount.
Every other Monday, I am also on Happy Jacks, and it is twitch.tv/HappyJacksRPG. This I do know. I am playing Stone Top with Emily Vanderwerf, and I play a little esoteric goth weirdo who loves magic. I know, it's so different from who I am in real life. Except she's straight. I did make a straight character.
Weird.
I don't know why I did that.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
Jay?
So you could date the Elf King. Fairy King.
True.
yes. Hi, y'all. Jay here. You can find me on the socials at Jay Holtham in all your old familiar social places. You can also find me in all the places you can find everyone else. 12-Sided Stories, as Pooja said, our Vampire the Masquerade story game is rolling out. You can join Patreon for our extremely cursed Call of Cthulhu. So cursed. Oh my god.
Agent Stassier is like Zelda Green is the most cursed. Even more than everything else.
Oh yeah, so cursed. So cursed. And you can find me every other Monday on Happy Jacks RPG in a Traveler game currently with Mr. Jason Mills.
That's me. Shall I segue?
You might as well.
Right. So yeah, I'm on Happy Jacks RPG recently. Alternating Mondays, opposite Mondays from when Blythe is there with Jay, playing in that Traveler campaign. I managed to barge my way into their game and turn a guest character into, I don't know, but I may not get to stay the whole season, which is fine, but I'm really having fun just busting in the door like Kool-Aid Man.
We're happy to have you.
And then I'm here streaming on my channel. It's probably okay. Wednesdays and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Wednesdays, we were at Death, or I play games that are hard and you die a lot. Fridays are a decidedly more chill sort of variety of things with my friend Sam Delev, our mutual friend for a lot of us here. And we just had a For the Queen session yesterday, also with our friend Clara, who's a mutual friend of lots of people here. So super fun.
Clara is the best.
Fridays and Saturday mornings are the tabletop actual play. And Sunday evenings, I have a developer's diary where I'm working on Demigods live for an hour or so, where you can ask questions and look at my edits and watch how badly I type and just generally hang out. It's very chill. So I hope you can find us all for our various projects. We absolutely love having everyone here. Thank you so much for joining us today. As usual, I will take us to our end screen and see if we have someone to raid. If we don't, have a lovely afternoon. I'm sure you can find the next stream that interests you. And until next time, take care. Bye.